Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whenever you're watching this video. Butts and Stuff Fantasy Football League Week 7 recap. Guys, this is going to be a pretty boring video because it was honestly the least interesting week we've had all season. So you guys don't really deserve an exciting video like I normally enrich you with. So Aaron, I'm really sorry you're watching this and you're not going to be as entertained as you normally are. But tell our group not to suck. Not that we can help it, but the games weren't really that close. The group me was as dead as Glenn and Abraham on The Walking Dead. 5 votes in the poll all week. That's all you guys' fault. Rob didn't even set his lineup. So like I said, you guys don't really deserve this video. I'm only doing it for our weekly MVP because he deserves to get this shout, and I'll get into that here shortly. But before I do weekly MVP, weekly dunces. Yes, dunces, 2. We had 2 that equally qualified. They both really, really suck, so they're going to share this award for the week. The first one, Dan, 59.1 points on the week. 59.1 doesn't sound all that bad. It does suck. It's not as bad as Dwayne last week. But when you consider that he had 30.5 points and 4 players on his bench, 59.1 sounds pretty bad. He had 2 players in double figures. 5 players under 5 points. Just a typical bad week right there for Dan, if that's not bad enough. He got beat by nearly 15 by a guy who didn't even have a tight end in his starting lineup. So essentially, he really got beat by A.J. Green. If you missed it, that's Rob. A big penalty right there. Rob, I don't know how to penalize you yet for not setting your lineup. Your excuses aren't going to fly. Anyways, Dan, weekly dunce number 1. Number 2, Chase iJams, 59.5 points on the week. I was playing iJams this week, luckily, because I didn't have the best of weeks, but took the win nonetheless. iJams only had 1 player in double figures. That was his quarterback, Derek Carr, with 12.4 on the week. He had 4 players with 5 or less points. His RB1 had 0.7. His wide receiver 1 had 3.6, and his wide receiver 2 had 4. So just a really poor showing by his supposed to be superstars, so I appreciate the win there, iJams. On to the weekly MVP, the guy that I'm really making this video for, because I'm just as shocked as all of you are, I'm sure. Again, by the graces of the Jewish gods, Lorne is our weekly MVP, 125.6 points. Really did worlds better than anybody else in our league. A week where we only saw 3 guys in 100 or in triple digits. Anyways, Lauren had 7 players over 10 points. He had 2 with 20 plus. So just a really solid week at all positions for Lauren. He had the number 2 quarterback in Drew Brees, the number 3 running back in LeGarrette Blount, number 4 and 5 wide receivers in T.Y. Hilton and Randall Cobb, the number 5 defense in Green Bay, and the number 6 kicker in Adam Vinatieri. So like I said, across the board, good week, Lauren. Don't get used to it. You're going to find a way to suck again. Let's go top players for the week. Top quarterback is Andrew Luck, 27.8 points. That's Charlie's quarterback. Top running back, Melvin Gordon, 30.1. That's James. Top wide receiver, Devontae Adams. He had 25.2 points. Graham, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That guy was under concussion protocol. But you gotta check if they're playing and set your lineup. Devontae Adams was on Graham's bench. 25-point week for Thomas. And then top kicker, Sebastian Janikowski, 18 points. He's sitting on the waiver wire. Kickers, man, not really easy to guess, as so our fantasy league is showing. Standings. We're going to start doing these between the 2 divisions. For first, the Bloods division, what I call at the beginning of the season our stack division, and it's proven to definitely find some gaps. 6-1 Wilson leads that division. At 5-2 is Dwayne in second place. 4-3 is James in third place. Tied for 4th place at 3-4 is Charlie and Thomas. And the bottom feeder now, the stands alone as the league's worst, 2-5 Mitch is in 6th place there. In the Bloods division, in the Crips division, iJams has a commanding number 1 seed in that division with a 4-3 record. Following closely behind him are the other 5 of us at 3 and 4. So this is how playoffs are going to be seeded. As bad as it might suck, right now, one of us would be in there based on the points for tiebreaker for playoffs at 3 and 4. Andrew being me, by the way. I don't know why I wrote my name and not me. But me, Lauren, Rob, Dan, and Graham all hanging out at 3 and 4 right behind iGems in the Crips division. Let's get back to the points for and points against standings, because I think that's kind of interesting. Leading the entire league, and really leading by quite a bit. It's just kind of ironic that he's sitting there right in the middle of the pack. But Dan with 745.1 points on the season. Second, you got Wilson with 703.2. 698.7 is Thomas. 676.7 is James. 655.2 is me. And then Lauren with 648.2 is in 6th place in the league for points for. So those are your top offensive teams so far this season. Points against kind of explains those middle of the pack records. Everybody seems to bring their best week against me. I don't know if it's because you guys hate me and stuff, but 719.4 points against me so far this season leads the league. Dan close behind with 708.3 against him. And then it kind of breaks apart. 664.6 is Charlie, 662.6 is Lauren, 637.5 is James, and then 625.4 is Dwayne there in 6th place. It's worth noting the 3rd lowest points against in the season so far. 601.9. You guys guessed it, Wilson. So you're really not that good. I mean, you do have the 2nd most points for in the league, so I guess I'll give you that. You've got David Johnson. That's what you've had. But yeah, 3rd lowest in the league for points against is Wilson. So that figures why he's 6 and 1. He's really not as good as as the stats tend to show. Guys, no weekly awards. The group me wasn't really that interesting. Just a lot of pissing and moaning. So sorry this video isn't really that funny, but if you like to stay up to date on our stats, it's a good video for you. Guys, let's pump it up a little bit. You have a poll posted right over here. God, my camera still sucks. So participate. I'd like for this league to continue to be as fun as it has been so far this season. That's going to take you guys. So have a good week, guys. Enjoy your week at work, and I'll see you figuratively on the group chat. I still hate all of you.